I wanted to talk about the idea of being busy all the time, yet being unproductive. In today's society, we're always running out of time. It never seems like we have a lot of time to do anything in terms of achieving our goals. Yet, if you really think about it, we spend a lot of time overthinking about what to do and planning, as well as a lot of irrelevant things such as arguing with people, cooking, eating slow, driving slow. But the reality is, reflecting on my own life, and I'm sure you guys are the same. Throughout the years, I've endured a lot of stress, doing a lot of things, yet I never intentionally thought about my big goals in life. When I talk about big goals in life, I mean the idea of getting a good career, so choosing something that you enjoy doing for the rest of your life. And I know that careers can change throughout one's life, but for me personally, I noticed that I had spent a lot of time in school, and I haven't really thought about the career path I wanted to take. Instead, I just blindly went into school because that was what everyone else was doing. And when I was in school, of course, you're quite busy. So I was busy for years and years and years, yet in the end, I realized that I was climbing the wrong ladder. So the idea here is sometimes it's better to take it slow rather than to rush, 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 as a lot of times people do things that they they pretty much drift into doing things in life rather than intentionally choosing what to do. Right? I understand that life is hard and a lot of people are struggling financially, so people have to work. But it seems like, in terms of work, people people work, but the idea here is that most people after they work, like so every day that they're working, right? When they get home from work, instead of focusing on trying to get out of the hole that they're in if their job isn't good, they would actually escape. When I say escape, I mean they would distract themselves from the discomfort of life, because if you were to come back from work and not watch TV or browse your phone or go on social media, then you would get bored, right? And if you're bored, you would have to reflect on your own life as well as endure through that discomfort of not being stimulated. And for me, I spent a lot of time avoiding this. And eventually, if you avoid this long enough, you'll be so behind in life compared to your peers that you can't really avoid it anymore, because no matter how much you escape through watching TV, through scrolling social media, or through mindless distractions, in the end, deep down, you'll have a lot of regret, because you have this missed opportunity, or this feeling that you're not living up to your fullest potential, and the reality is that deep down you know that is true. So if you're watching this, right, the idea here is, people talk about that quote where the best time to plant a tree is yesterday, but the second best time is today. This can apply to just getting started, because if you've been busy all your life, but you never actually progressed in life, and you found that you just endured a lot of stress, you got nothing to show for, then maybe it's time to actually slow down and do a lot of self reflection, right? And maybe take baby steps to try to work towards goals that you think you may want to work towards, right? A lot of people aren't really sure what goals they want to achieve, but you guys, I mean, you have a general idea, right? So the big ones would be like health, right? Another would be career, and a lot of people don't know about what career to take, but you know, based on talking to a lot of people, it seems like the online business, so having a business online, even social media, would be a great way to start, just because of the the lack of startup cost and the potential to scale it as much as you want, right? So yeah, I just wanted to talk about a few things, right? So, yeah, if you find that you spend a lot of you've stressed a lot throughout life, yeah, you have nothing to show for, then maybe you should slow down and actually think about what you really want and try to take baby steps at first and try to build the momentum to improve your life, and hopefully over time life gets better. Because if you're just on autopilot throughout your life, then eventually the pain of regret will get to you and it'll be too late. So just keep this in mind, and if you find yourself constantly being distracted and living life on autopilot, please slow down and please self reflect and try to align yourself with your goals. All right, bye.